All right, I just want to take a look right now at this winter. Let's just see, or summer in the southern hemisphere, but let's just look and see what this winter is going to be like. If it's going to be a brutal winter and we all freeze and die, or I guess in the southern hemisphere, maybe everyone would instead cook to death, but let's just take a peek. What do we got for the winter? So we've got two Wands cards immediately. The root card is the Ten of Wands, which is basically showing a lot of shitty work that has to be done. And the Queen of Wands, so that might be a good sign because this is showing recognition, like recognition of skills and things that we would have a sense of pride in. So let's try to see what the hell this is talking about. Ooh, look at that. We also get the King of Wands. All right. So a bunch of shitty work. The reversed Empress is basically showing, so if this is like past, present, future, or I guess fall, winter, spring, maybe, it moves from the reversed Empress, which is the inability to be receptive, into the Queen of Wands. So here we have this recognition, and because it's going from a queen to a king, we have a state of receptivity in the Queen of Wands moving into a properly aligned state of projection. Okay, so this looks like there might be a lot of work that needs to be done, but that it ends up doing something good. That's pretty fucking vague, so let's just try to see what the hell this is pertaining to. And once again, we get the Wands. Look at that. So the way that I usually read these, the Eight of Wands is showing all of these wands that have grown over a long period of time, and here she cuts them down. They're like ready to go. And the 10 is like hauling those fucking things, right? And it's funny because just over this last weekend, I was doing this because I was doing cutting wood, hauling wood, splitting wood, all of that. So here we would have the harvesting and then all of the shitty work that would go along with it. But this is showing something like that. It's some process that is very similar to fucking hauling and cutting wood for the winter. And as far as a harvesting of energy, the Eight of Wands is showing something that happens quickly. And if we stick this into the formula we have here, so first there is the inability to be receptive, and it looks like that might change real quick. It looks like it ultimately leads to a really balanced energy. And the King and Queen of Wands, this is all about inspiration. It's fire energy. So this would show that some process of us basically toiling, it leads to us being more open and being recognized for what we have a sense of pride in. And there's all of this sort of inspiring sort of energy that comes out of the king. So at least on a personal level, this looks pretty good. It's just saying, do your fucking work, and that will help you open up to all of the inspiration around you. Let's just see what else we got here. Well, you don't want to go too long without the Judgment card these days, so there it is. And we also get the Two of Pentacles. Now, immediately, this is making me think of these couple of war situations that could be potentially world war situations. And the Judgment card would show some final sort of thing happening. Immediately, I thought of Israel and Palestine, but Russia and Ukraine could fall into this too, and, you know, a number of other conflicts. But we have this judgment and like a finalizing thing on these two different powers. Now, it's interesting because in the Two of Pentacles, this shows these two powers are actually wielded by the same thing. And I think if you look at a lot of maybe sort of political dicketry, there's a lot of these conflicts that are actually being controlled on either side by the same forces. And this looks like that. But the Judgment card would show some sort of final outcome. And I'm just thinking that this is talking about probably Israel and Palestine. All right. I just want to look weather-wise, and I guess I'm going to collect these. Weather-wise, are we looking at maybe some terrible shit, or will it be overall like a mild season? And an 8 of Swords is showing a bunch of anxiety. Here, it's like the people are trapped. So I'm guessing what I was thinking about is either like deep freezes or like massive blizzards and stuff. But if people are kind of stuck in their homes, that would kind of show that sort of thing. And it looks like it might not be too comfortable as far as all of that goes. Let's just see if we're looking at widespread devastation. And the Tower would say that, yes, that is probably the case. All right. So maybe some disastrous weather that would keep people indoors and then also destroy some shit. So, you know, hurricanes, blizzards, all of that good stuff. Let's see. I'm just going to find out what else. I mean, with those last two cards that I pulled, if you can prepare for maybe a week or two, just to have some stuff in your house, you know, that you can fucking eat and whatever, it would probably be a good idea. Now, let's just see if there's anything else that I should know about this upcoming winter / Southern Hemisphere summer. Oop. And again, we get this 8 of Swords. So it looks like there is something that would keep us trapped and something that would fuck with our heads. And the Ace of Wands is showing that there is also this new sort of source of inspiration. I guess the whole reading has kind of said that, but it looks on this side pretty shitty. And on this side also like very inspiring. It's like going through the darkest night, and then when dawn breaks again or whatever, then it's like a whole new fucking world. But that's what we get here. It looks like it will be kind of a shitty season. And through that, there is room for inspiration. But it's like the inspiration can't happen until we have to toil and burden or toil and deal with our burdens to a certain degree, right? All the shit work. The shit work leads to inspiration. Well, that's what we get here. I would love to hear what you think about this. And if you have any other ideas of what sort of direction you want me to look at this from, or any other requests for readings, feel free to hit up my Patreon page. And for the low, low price of $5 a month, I will do whatever fucking readings you want me to do. That's what we have for now, and peace.